think. So far this video is panning out exactly the same as the last one. Oh look! There we go, there's the first character just getting got. This is where I got my 2 trout on the same at the same time last time. Wrong wee trout though. Oh, have I got 2 fish on here? Get number 1 in the net. What are the chances of that? You'd be able to see the sun, the shade starts coming up. Once that goes down, and I think that's when the fish will get a wee bit better. I mean, I've only just started, but it's been so hot today. It's been like 27 degrees. Crazy weather for here. I'm just coming up to a couple of hot spots of mine. Well, I think are hot spots. I've had a couple of fish here before. This is where I saw a big fish the other day. I reckon I was booked about a 5-pound trout. I lined over the top of it as well, first cast. Just around the corner here. I'll go and see if he's back. There's nice big drop-offs to my right as well. God, I'll tell you who else is out, is the bloody midges. That drop a wee bit. So right now it feels like I'm really just waiting for the sun to go down. So these fish will start wanting to come up a bit more.
It's worth noting that trout don't have eyelids, so on a day like this, they're not going to be too keen to look straight up into the harsh light for their food. Can't really complain about having to sit out at a nice sunny day and have a wee fish though. And there was a wee breeze kicking up every now and then that was kind of taking care of the midges for wee 10-minute spells here and there. This wee channel here is a bit of a favourite spot of mine in this loch. Because of the way the wind pushes the water through, you can almost fish it like a river sometimes. And the bottom's nice and weedy so fish can lie there and pop up and take your fly.
Oh.
So I kind of felt if I didn't get anything here, then I would just have to wait for the sun to go down and more fish to start moving. You can also see the midges here starting to come back with a vengeance. fast burning through my pocket smidge here, and I was worried I might run out before I had to go home.
There's no sign of any fish so far. I had one take there, and then nothing. And that take was like totally ferocious too. There's a few over here, you know, and I think that's just bubbles because that's exactly the same spot every time. So I've actually got a really good book back at my tent, which I'm really thinking about just packing it in and going, and oh no. So I've still got a few ideas left before I'm stumped. Oh my god, that's so rubbish.
Midges might be making me a wee bit grumpy here too.
There's a fish.
From here on, the wind seemed to completely die and the loch went flat calm. And I would personally say these are the hardest conditions to fly fish in, because with the clear water, you or your line can be so easily seen.
So I plan here, just hide behind this stone.
It's quite tricky to tie 2 pieces of 4-pound line together when you're being eaten by midges as well. I think this took me about 10 minutes.
So my last bet is to go for, I've got a single buzzer here, and then at the end, I've got like a CDC emerger. This is like a, method of fishing I've got no faith in. Ah, rats. I was honestly just about to say, the Zulu fly at the back, I have had fish take that off the top before. And then there you go, one has a wee go at it. Oh, I think I lost him. We'll take him. Oh, here comes the breeze again. See if it's had any bearing on the trout in here. That black fly's sitting on the top there. And then I can just give it a wee, and it goes, and then I can fish it back to me wet. Flipping heck, I even got a fright there. If you're moving fish, you can't really complain, to be honest, can you? Oh, bloody midges are going in my eyes. Just gonna slow down my retrieve. See if I can stop that line dragging as much. Actually, took a wee detour back here because I realised that the breeze is going to be best here. It's like if you cast off from the left here, just a bit further left and round than I went. I'm going to try a dry fly after this. Oh, I don't know why they're not swallowing that.
So you can see from these shots here that although it was glassy calm still, it's become a little bit darker and there's a few fish feeding, so you felt like you're in with a bit more of a chance.
That water's got to be so shallow, so if he doesn't want it, he's not taking it, because you can definitely see it. What if I dink it? Yes! Oh, I think he's in the weeds. No, I think he's out the weeds. Oh, I think he's left me in the weeds. Is he? Oh, no, he's still on. There he is. In you go. Hey! Flippin' heck, hard earned trout, man. Oh. Look at his spots. Oh wow, he's nice. to re-clean that. Yeah. Okay, I can see that fly. Oh, there's. So it's got these little feathers on top, and they sit, and then the hook sits on the bottom, like that. And it looks like a fly that's obviously hatching out from the surface. So I've got to sit halfway in the water. I keep hooking my own fly line. What is happening here?
So here the fly is starting to draw on the wind back towards me, and I'm just taking an extra line just to keep nice and tight in case a fish takes.
I can just about see the fly. There we go. Get them in the net nice and quick, because it's pretty warm in the water. There we go. Wow. Number 3. That's really the crack the code feeling. I could just see the black and the light of the water there. I could just see the fly. It was like flickering, and then I seen the swirl. I was about to say, sometimes you can't even see the fly, you just see the take. By the way, round there is where I spooked my big trout. And that's where I thought I saw him anyway. I seen the big tail turn and splash away. It was like my hand. So that fly will be a good one to try next time. It's flat cam. It's actually getting a wee bit nippy now. I'm going to make my way back to my tent, and I'll have a wee cast in front of the tent, and then I'm going to read my book. Oh my god, it's going to be hot.
And it did turn out to be very hot, so before the sun started really heating the water up, I decided to get out round where I was yesterday for a few casts.
Delicious.
I had a few casts here and there looking for some feeding fish, and I even went into my hotspot, which didn't produce anything, so I knew it was going to be a bit of a tough day's fishing. Eventually I worked my way around to a nice shallow rocky bay where there was a good few fish feeding.
finally got my take and I pressed stop recording just at the moment the fish took the fly. Oh, good trout as well. I don't want to play him right out because it's so hot. Oh yes. Oh wow. Right you. Oh man, what a corker of a fish. Wowee. He's huge. Right, where's that fly? He was worth the wait. A cracker, man.
Now, when you look at the conditions, it's no surprise when I tell you that that actually turned out to be my only bite of the day. And with the thought of work looming the next day and a 1.5 hour trek home, I decided to call it. Which is what we're going to do here as well. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks very much for watching and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Cheers now, goodbye.